हाय गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू सीडूसी मेंटर्स। आज मेरे साथ है भाई स्नैप के टॉपर्स एंड ये आज आपके साथ बात करने वाले हैं कि 99 परसेंटाइल आपको कैसे फोड़ना है जितने भी दिन बचे हैं। अगर मैं बात करूं स्नैप एग्जाम को लेके, सो पहला अटेम्प्ट जो है अपना वो 8 दिसंबर को होने वाला है, राइट। एंड आज हम बैठे हैं 26 अक्टूबर, तो तकरीबन आप पकड़ लो आपके पास मोटा मोटी नहीं तो यार आपके पास एक 42 डेज आपके पास बचे हैं। And these guys are going to be talking about that. They have done it by themselves. उन्होंने फोड़ा है। I've got Antara with me. I've met her on campus, by the way. She's from SMHRD. Shivika is there. She's again from SMHRD, and Sarthak is also from SMHRD. So guys, over to you. Kindly introduce yourself कि आपने कितना परसेंटाइल फोड़ा है वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह, and then we'll go ahead with the session.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Shivika and I'm a first year MBA student at SCMHRD pursuing sales and marketing. And I scored 99.14 percentile in SNAP and I have a background in BMS, which is Bachelor's of Management Studies.
That's nice.
Hi
Next.
everyone, I am Sarthak Arora and I am also from SMHRD pursuing human resource as a specialization and my SNAP percentile is 99.17 and I am a computer science engineer by graduation.
Perfect. Shivika.
Hello everyone, my name is Antra. I scored 99.3 percentile in SNAP. Currently, I am a student of SCMHRD and I am pursuing sales and marketing.
Fantastic. Anyone from you are non-engineer? Anybody non-engineer?
Yes, sir. I and Antra are non engineers.
Acha, Antaram, if I'm not wrong, you're from some good college, na? UG ka?
Sir, I am from Delhi University. I did BSc in
DU.
Physical Sciences.
Fantastic, fantastic. You're from DU. So, by the way, चलो अभी देखो यार, guys, इस सेशन को लाइक कीजिएगा। ये जो टॉपर्स है ना, ये बेसिकली आपको हेल्प करना चाहते हैं कि यार स्नैप के थ्रू इनका एसएमएचआरडी जैसे बड़े कॉलेज में एडमिशन हुआ है, and they are thankful for snap to snap and SMHRD. So they're just helping you all to understand कि आप 99 plus 4K, how can you make it to big institutions under snap umbrella. चलो भाई, पहली बात तो बात करते हैं। 40 दिन बचे हैं, क्या 99 परसेंटाइल फोड़ सकते हैं बच्चे अगर अभी से इन लोगों ने पढ़ाई चालू करी है तो?
Actually, sir, like it might sound a little difficult that they've started studying right now and they only have 40 days in hand. But I
हाँ.
think that if anyone among the students just set their mind that they want to get a 99 percentile, they can get it. The only thing that they have to keep in mind is to divide their time accordingly.
Right.
And they might have to give in a lot of extra time since they have like few days in hand. But if they give that extra push and extra time, like more hours in a particular day, then I think that it is possible to get a 99 percentile.
Okay. Okay. आप में से किसी का
Adding to Shivika's point.
क्या? Go ahead.
Adding to Shivika's point. Honestly, at this moment, I also did not think that I would score 99 percentile.
Your voice is breaking, Antara.
Okay.
Antara, your voice is
Just a
breaking.
second, sir.
That's
Yes.
okay. Sarthak, you want to take it ahead?
Yes, I'll take
By
it
the
ahead
time
from
she fixes
Shivika's
the audio.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like of course it is not impossible. It's going to be a little difficult, but yes, you have to put in extra time. And one thing which is most important in cracking any exam, be it SNAP, be it any exam, is that getting your basics clear. So if you
Right.
have time, and 40 times is not a very less time, let's be honest. It's quite a lot of time if you utilize it properly. So getting the basics clear, giving a lot of mocks, analyzing them. Of course, we'll talk about it in the session itself. So I think it is very much possible. It is going to take a little extra effort, but it's very much possible, I believe.
Perfect. By the time Antara gets back to her audio, again, I want to ask a couple of questions. आप में से कोई बच्चा ऐसा है जिसका कैट खराब गया, जैट खराब गया, स्नैप से उम्मीदें नहीं थी, पर स्नैप ने आपको सरप्राइज किया और आपका एक अच्छा खासा परसेंटाइल आ गया? Would you guys want to share that?
I think I'll take this one. I'll
Please.
say honestly, kharab is a very subjective term. I was not satisfied with my CAT percentile. I studied, of course, our exams ke liye I prepared a lot, and I was not
Hmm.
very happy with how the CAT exam went. And I thought that okay, now this is the end of the world after the CAT exam.
Hmm.
That is, I guess, on the
Hmm.
26th of November. So
Hmm. Hmm.
I was back, and I was not very happy that I could
Hmm.
not do what I could do. But
Hmm.
then again, then after 1 or 2 days, I get back that okay, this is not the end of the world, and I do have other very important and good exams. And
Hmm.
so yes, it's important to just I think stay grounded and know that you do have a lot of opportunities and you get fantastic colleges from other exams also. So it's never the end of the world whatsoever.
Okay. Shivi, what's your take on this?
Yes, sir. Actually, even I did not score like very well in my CAT exam, and since I have a gap year, I graduated in 2023.
Oh.
So it was like a do or die situation for me. So I had to get into a good college, and then after CAT, SNAP was like my last hope. And
Hmm.
then I was not sure that if I would be able to crack SNAP and get a 99 percentile, but luckily I got that 99 percentile, and here we are.
That's nice. एक बात बताना सार्थक and Shivi. In which slot you got your highest percentile? पहला, दूसरा या तीसरा स्नैप में आपका हाईएस्ट आया था?
I got the highest in the second one. That was on the 17th of December.
Nice.
Second slot.
Nice.
And I got my highest in the first one itself.
भाई तुम स्कॉलर हो, फिर टॉपर हो तुम. बट राउटिंग टू सार्थक. सार्थक, तुझे लगता है कि केतन सर, अब पहली बार अगर हम स्नैप लिखते हैं ना, तो दूसरी बार एडवांटेज ज्यादा मिलता है, बिकॉज आइडिया लगता है क्वेश्चन किस तरीके का आ रहा है, पैटर्न क्या है, फेमिलियरिटी ज्यादा होती है, कंफर्ट थोड़ा ज्यादा होता है. बिकॉज देखो, आई हैव स्पोकन टू लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम SIBM पुणे, SMHRD, जब मैं कैंपस पे था, इवन फॉर दैट मैटर SIDTM, 98 97% एलर. और बच्चे ये कहते हैं कि सर, मैक्सिमम, मतलब मेरा ऑब्जर्वेशन, मैक्सिमम बच्चों का थर्ड अटेम्प्ट में 99 प्लस प्लस फोड़ा है बच्चों ने. मतलब माय टॉपर इज आल्सो फ्रॉम 99.96 एंड फ्रॉम अ थर्ड अटेम्प्ट itself. So my question to you all would be, what do you recommend? एक ही अटेम्प्ट देना चाहिए या फिर तीनों अटेम्प्ट लगाने चाहिए आप बच्चों को?
I think I'll go with this. I think it is very important to give all the three exams. It is not compulsory, but having said that, our personal advices, and I think everybody would recommend give all the three exams because all the colleges accept the best score, and it is not like an average or the only the first attempt or something like that. It is the best score, so you can get best in any one of the three. And they say I got best in the second one. So yes, I think you do have a little advantage when you give the later slots as well. Having said that, you have given the earlier slots because now you're familiar to the environment that is there in the snap examination. Of course, having said that, you have given a lot of mocks, so you know about the pattern, you know how to manage your time, but the exam stress, wo jo environment hota hai, that is you get familiar with it after the first mock, after the first exam. So it's better if you give all the three. And yes, I think that is my opinion over it.
अंतरा.
Yeah. Yes, like I was just saying that, just like Sarthak said, it's like basically students give an entire year to those exams, and it's like their best bet. So since SNAP gives you the advantage that there is no normalization and your best score is taken, so it's always advisable to give all the three attempts. So as to why waste an entire year just by not giving one attempt or something like that.
Perfect. Guys, do hit like to this session. These guys are helping you. Antara, if you can hear me, if your mic is perfect, then you can take this question. आपका 99 plus plus कौन से attempt में आया था? First, second, या third?
Sir, am I audible now?
Yeah, crystal clear. Go ahead.
Sir, I got 99 plus percentile in second attempt. And answering to
Oh.
your question, yeah, basically what I say that we give more than one exam while we're preparing for MBA. And sometimes it happens that we prepare for the whole year, but on that day, we are not able to perform due to n number of reasons.
True,
So if you have
true.
multiple attempts and you are attempting all of them, so your probability of scoring more also increases. And at the end, we want a very good college and we want to go in a very good college. So SNAP basically increases your probability of getting there.
Fantastic. चलो, now let's get into the snap as an examination. We'll talk about next 40 days में बच्चों ने किस तरीके से प्रेपरेशन करनी चाहिए अगर हमें 99 परसेंटाइल प्लस प्लस फोड़ना है. तो लास्ट टू लास्ट ईयर अगर मैं बात करूं 2022 के स्नैप के बारे में गाइस, सो अपना 99 कुछ बना था, 40 42 पे बना था. अगर मैं लास्ट ईयर इनके इन बच्चों के बारे में बात करूं तो मुझे लगता है 99 कुछ 47 48 प्लस प्लस पे बना था, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, है ना. तो लास्ट ईयर का जो स्नैप था वो काफी ज्यादा इजी और डुएबल था, उसके पहले वाला काफी ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट था. Now, when you have 40 odd days, how they should be planning their preparation, considering it can be a mixture. कभी easy आ सकता है, कभी difficult आ सकता है. कैसे इन्होंने channelize करना चाहिए 40 दिन में. So let's talk about sectional strategy. Anybody can go ahead.
Sir, I would like to answer that question. So basically, the paper would be easy or difficult, that is not in our hand. But what we have to do is first clarify all the basics of each section and then At this point of preparation, we know that what we are good with and what particular topics we are not good with. So basically improving on the topics we are good at, playing on our strengths, and just keep on improving those topics also that are not good can really help us in the long run. And apart from that, giving mocks is very important because practice is what leads you to success. So basically, according to me, this is a strategy that should be followed in the last 40 days.
Okay. Siddha,
Yes,
Sarthak,
like yeah, just like Antra said, I think the sectional wise strategy, that one thing that students can follow, which I used to do, is basically practice all the three sections every day so that you don't lose touch on each one of them. Sometimes what happens is we practice quant so much, and sometimes we don't give that amount of importance to verbal or anything like that. It might lose a lot of marks for the students. Like verbal is one section where people can score a lot, and there is no sectional cutoff in snap. So what students can do is that they can find their strong section, that might be quants, lr, or verbal, and then they can score a very high amount of marks in that particular section, and that might cover up for 1 or 2 marks that they lost in the other section. So that is something that you can do particularly for snap and crack a 99 percentile.
perfect. Sarthak, over to you.
So talking about strategy, first of all, I think it is very important for the aspirants to understand that if it is a difficult exam, it is difficult for everybody, and if it's an easy exam, it's easy for everybody. It's a percentile-based evaluation. So you have to prepare according to not according to how the exam will come. You just need to get your basics clear. I am focusing very much on the basics because trust me, like Shivika said, that you do not have a sectional cutoff in snap examination. So it is better to score the maximum marks. And if it does not matter if it's coming from verbal, quants, or LR, it is the maximum marks. So getting your basics clear, solving a lot of questions when it comes to LR and quants, and giving a lot of marks and analyzing them. So the strategy remains the same across all the three sections, but again, you have to maximize your attempt, and that is what matters at the end of the day.
Okay, a lot of people, a lot of students have this fear factor when it comes to quants, because कैट में quants पढ़ते पढ़ते अगर आपका quants खराब है तो मतलब आप अलग दुनिया में जाते हो. It's like it's a nightmare. अगर आपकी quants खराब है तो भाई मतलब अलग लेवल है. So now tell us कि कैट का quants versus snap का quants and how you should be preparing. Like क्या इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स है, कौन सा सेक्शन डोमिनेट करेगा, क्या स्नैप के कॉन्ट्स में गूगली आएगा या हल्के में लेना जरूरी है, सो एंड सो फोर्थ.
So, sir, like you said, cat quants versus snap quants. So, I think one major difference is what you can definitely understand is cat, the quants that come in cat, it's very indirect. The questions are very, very indirect, and you have to find what the exact problem is through the question. And what we have seen throughout the years is that when it comes to quants in snap, the questions might be a little indirect or a little twisted, but they are doable because snap is a very student friendly examination, so you can do the quants. Like I am very bad at quants, and if I can solve a lot of questions in quants, I think anyone can. So I think that is what the students have to focus. And one thing that can help you in quants, particularly for snap, is that just like Sarthak has been saying again and again, be very clear with your basics. And second is be very thorough with the formulas. Because if you get a very direct question in quants and you just know the formula, you can crack it and there are easy marks. Sometimes students focus so much on the conceptual side that they miss out on the formulas. And when there is a direct question, they don't know what formula to apply right here. And that is something they can miss out on.
Right. Any other point to add?
So getting on the basics and of course the formulas, I'll give an example, a very easy example that there can be a question of let's say geometry, which could be very easy like a midpoint formula. But if you are not aware of what a midpoint formula is, that is something where you lose marks, and that is where 1 mark matters. 1 mark matters a lot because you have a negative or minus 0.25. So 1 mark actually matters in all the examinations and especially snap examinations. So that 1 mark is very important to crack. So getting the basics clear and knowing, of course, all not all the formulas you can remember, but mostly most of it. Like I'll be, being an engineer and being a student of non-medical in my 11th and 12th, I used to love math, quant and maths. So I used to enjoy it. I used to play music and then do it, and that is something I used to enjoy. But again, having said that, geometry was something which I was not very comfortable with. So what I used to do, I used to practice a lot of formulas. Of course, I used to do a lot of questions as well, but do a lot of make a formula sheet, make a formula book, and just go through it every day because getting the formulas right is most important. So and even in the the upstream and the downstream questions. It is such a basic formula, but people do get it wrong when it is such a short time. So you should be very clear what formula when to use. So again, getting
Okay.
the basics clear. Yeah.
Okay. This question this question is to Shivika and Antara, being a non-engineer versus Sarthak, being an engineer and good at quants, right? So I would love to understand कि आप लोगों का नॉन इंजीनियर होने की वजह से क्वांट्स इतना स्ट्रांग नहीं था. मेरा भी उतना स्ट्रांग है नहीं, honestly. And Sarthak had a good hold on quants. So, out of these three sections, English, Logic and Quants, आपने अपना स्कोर ज्यादा से ज्यादा कौन से वाले सेक्शन में ऑप्टिमाइज करा था to get that
For
total of
me,
99?
yes, for me, I love verbal ability section, and it is one of my strongest sections. So I knew it. I had
Nice.
it very clear in my mind that when it comes to verbal ability, I have to increase my speed and my accuracy. Like for my snap, I used to complete the verbal ability in around 8 minutes. So that gave me a lot of buffer time for logical reasoning as well as quants. And then I used to go for logical reasoning because it's like a slightly better section for me than quants, so I can just utilize the time over there. And then for the remaining part of the time, I used to do quants, where I used to point out like four of like five six questions which are very easy, so I used to solve those first using the direct formulas and everything, and then I used to go for the questions which are doable if I have time in my hand, so that I don't lose out on the negative marking when it comes to quants and I still maximize the attempts.
Nice. वर्बल 8 मिनट में फोड़ा. ओके. शी इज अ 99 परसेंटाइलर, वो कह रही है. प्रसाद गायकवाड़ 99.87, अगेन फ्रॉम C2C मेंटर्स. वर्बल 6 या 7 मिनट में फोड़ा. तो वर्बल जेन्युइनली आपका 7-8 मिनट का ही खेल है भाई. उसमें आरसी आता नहीं है, तो आप 7-8 मिनट में आराम से फोड़ सकते हो. इट्स मोर ऑफ वोकैबुलरी एंड दोस छोटा छोटा ग्रामर टाइप वाला क्वेश्चन जो आपको डैशबोर्ड पे मिल जाएगा, जाओ उसको लगा लो. और ये 2021 से मैं कह रहा हूँ, 2021 करो, 22 करो, 23 करो, वर्बल हैज ऑलवेज बीन रियली रियली सिंपल. अगर आपने 7-8 मिनट में वर्बल फोड़ दिया, आपके बाकी के 50-52 मिनट जो बचे हैं वो पूरा लॉजिकल रीजनिंग एंड क्वांट्स के लिए बचे हुए हैं, जहां पे आपको राउंड अबाउट 45 क्वेश्चंस को हैंडल करना है. सो मोस्टली 99 परसेंटाइल के लिए एक चीज आप पकड़ लो कि बॉस अगर 99 फोड़ना है तो वर्बल इज द गेम चेंजर, बिकॉज क्वांट थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है, बट अगर वर्बल में तुम्हारा 15 में से 13-14 अगर बन गया तो भाई तुम्हारी चांदी है. आई नो वन ऑफ माय टॉपर 99.94 गॉट ऑफ 15 ऑन 15 इन वर्बल, ऑल करेक्ट. अब बहुत सिंपल था, वो 7-8 मिनट में फोड़ा था उसने भी. सो आई थिंक शिविका, तूने ऑप्टिमाइज करा वर्बल में एंड लॉजिकल रीजनिंग में. ठीक है, आई गेट बैक टू दैट. सार्थक, व्हाट अबाउट यू? तूने कौन फोड़ा पूरा?
मेरे को I don't remember exactly how much I scored
हाँ.
in quants and verbal, but all I know is the ratio of getting the right versus wrong was better in verbal. मेरा the ratio was better in verbal. I scored better marks in verbal as compared to quants,
Oh,
as compared to
nice.
the questions. Like we have 15 questions of verbal and I think 20 of quants, right? The ratio
Hmm.
मेरा verbal was better. So
Hmm.
again, being from an engineering background, I like doing quants and I was very good at it. I was a little skeptical about verbal because I was not very comfortable. But again, I started my examination with verbal so that I can get a hold of it. Because once you start the examination, you have so many feelings and so many emotions in your mind that that was my strategy, that I could not hold a pen and start doing the questions right from the first minute. So I used to take verbal, and it worked out for me. And I think I did the entire section in around 9 to 9.5 minutes. So
Hmm.
you should focus in on all the sections and not entirely one section, because engineers do have a chance of making the most out of quants and focusing too much on quants, but you should not sideline LR and verbal for sure, not in any chance.
Perfect. Just to add here, couple of pointers by the way. Go to YouTube and just type in Snap C2C Mentor Snap 30-20-10 strategy. आई थिंक वहां पे आपको ये दिखेगा कि हाउ डू यू, आई एम वेरी श्योर इन लोगों ने भी देखा होगा कभी ना कभी ड्यूरिंग देयर टाइम ऑफ प्रेपरेशन. वो एक बार देख लेना, तुमको पूरा का पूरा समझ में आ जाएगा. वर्ड पार्क में डीसी का वोकैबुलरी काफी है, ऐसा कुछ मतलब हाई फंडा वोकैबुलरी करने का जरूरत आपको है नहीं. अंतरा, कैन यू हियर मी बेटा? कैन वी हैव यू बैक इन द सेशन?
Yes, sir. Sorry for the problem, sir.
अरे इट्स ओके, यू डोंट हैव टू बी सॉरी बिकॉज़ इंटरनेट कनेक्शन खराब है तो क्या कर सकते हैं. नाउ टेल अस, एनलाइटन अस लिटिल बिट अबाउट your verbal ka attempt and then eventually when that you went on to solve quants and logical reasoning. If you can give us a little idea. Also, just I'm gonna take 20 seconds. Kritika Kajari is saying, is the official snap mock and the actual snap exam congruent to each other? To be very honest, it's not. Mock is just an experience. तो official mock आपको आएगा इवन सेडुसी के प्लेटफॉर्म पे आपको 2-3 फ्री का मॉक्स मिल जाएगा, आपको इधर-उधर के प्लेटफॉर्म पे भी 2-3 मॉक्स फ्री मिल जाएगा। सो आप फ्री के मॉक्स लगाते रहो, बट कोई भी मॉक आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि अगर इसी लेवल पे आ सकता है, मतलब दो वी हैव आवर मॉक्स, बट अगेन फ्री वाला जो होता है आप दे दो प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए, स्नैप में इतना भी कुछ तोड़-फोड़ नहीं आने वाला है, तो मोटा-मोटी आपको सिमिलैरिटीज दिख जाएगी। तो आई थिंक गिविंग दोस काइंड ऑफ मॉक्स विल हेल्प यू, बट एकदम ऐसा मत लेके बैठना कि ये आएगा। लाइक हमारे यहाँ पे लाइक वी गिव यू 20 मॉक्स, वो 20 मॉक्स सॉल्व करने के बाद आई कैन क्लेम दैट यू नो यस द मॉक्स आर एट पार विद स्नैप, जो होता है, मतलब क्वेश्चन कॉपी पेस्ट भी हुए हैं। एनीवे विल गेट बैक टू अंतरा। अंतरा आप बोलो।
So yes, sir. First of all, I did verbal in very short time because I have read novels a lot of times, so I knew a lot of words from there, and I knew how words are built up from their root words also. So basically, that knowledge really helped. And apart from that, being a non-engineer, I used to love quants in every exam that I gave. Apart from
Sorry, say
Snap,
that
also I
again.
used to.
Being non-engineer, you used to love quants.
Yeah, because it's a perception that non-engineers are
Shivika and
not
I
good at
disagree.
quants. So that's why I mentioned specifically that I used to love quants. And so my order would be verbal, quants, and then LR while attempting the snap paper, because I was like
Oh.
that I'd be easy. It would be easy for me to solve quant than to go for LR. So I used to start with verbal, then quant, then LR, first round, and then I used to go again in each section, whichever questions I have left. I never used to attempt one complete section in one go because there are some questions which are doubtful. And if you once attempt them, then you don't revisit, then you don't have the time to revisit every question. So I just used to leave it or mark for review or anything like that. And then I used to cover them again. So it basically sometimes at the end, if you have some time, go through each question again and again and give just 2, 3, 4 seconds to that. And you will be able to get that if you have made any mistake. So like that, my strategy would be like that.
Nice. Another question to three of you, and it's very important. अभी ना बच्चे मॉक्स लिख रहे हैं कैट के लिए, एंड यू नो मॉक्स आर नाइटमेयर, हॉरिबल, मतलब बच्चों के स्कोर ही नहीं आते हैं। एंड अभी वो बेचारे ये परेशान होके बैठे कि यार मेरा कैट में नहीं हो रहा, मैं स्नैप में क्या ही करूंगा, है ना? क्योंकि जब 40 दिन बचा था कैट को तब एवरीबडी वाज सो मोटिवेटेड, तो कुछ बच्चों का हो गया, पर कुछ बच्चे अभी भी टेंशन में कि यार 40 मिनट कैट नहीं हो रहा, स्नैप का होगा। आई वांट यू टू टेल देम कि अगर आपका मॉक में स्कोर नहीं आ रहा है कैट में, आपको जज नहीं करना चाहिए कि आपका स्नैप भी खराब जाएगा, बिकॉज आई थिंक आई एम वेरी श्योर यू मस्ट हैव गॉन थ्रू द सेम साइकिल यार। सो आई वांट यू टू एनलाइटन देम लिटिल बिट दैट डोंट जज योर कैट का मॉक का स्कोर एंड स्नैप का स्कोर। कैन यू गिव अस लिटिल गाइडेंस ऑन दैट फ्रंट प्लीज?
Sir, I'll take that question. So basically, at some point we were also in the same cycle, like you said. So when now I've scored 99 plus percentile, my friends asked that, were you scoring high in your mocks? Because some of my friends are still preparing for MBA. So what I would say that even the minimum marks that you can imagine is what toppers also get during mocks. And then they improve from that and they score 99 plus percentile. And to compare any two exam is not fair to any of the exams. Every exam is different, so preparation required for every exam is also different. So if you're not scoring good in mocks, then you should just stay focused on the fact that, okay, I have the conceptual clarity for every section, and then I'll be able to clear the exam, because you don't know what will happen on the D-Day. So
Absolutely.
you should not compare and just continuously practice each section or whatever you are doing.
Okay, Shivika, you want to go ahead?
Yes, sir. Actually, yes. Even I did not score like really good during my CAT, and that sometimes just toggles your confidence that you might not be able to do really well in Snap. And while I was giving the Snap mocks as well, there were points where I used to score very low marks, and there used to be days where I used to feel like, okay, I might not even be able to crack Snap as well. But my advice to all the aspirants would be that take it one day at a time. It is possible that in a mock you might score very less, but you have to understand that mocks are designed that way. They are designed to test you in certain ways and in certain areas, and there might be certain sort of difficult questions in one particular set of mock, and you might not score well in that particular mock, but that doesn't mean that you stop giving the mocks or practicing, because trust us, all of us, all three of us, and a lot of people in our college as well, there were times when they did not score very well in the mocks. But when you just keep doing it and you are very consistent with giving the mocks, then there is a huge possibility that you will do very well on the D-Day. Because what I have understood through the mocks is sometimes they test you on the geometry side, sometimes they test you on a particular side, but you have to understand that when you give the actual snap examination, it is very well balanced. So you are going to score well. So you just have to keep that in mind and consistently practice the mocks.
Perfect. Sarthak?
I think mocks are designed in a way so that if your mock is not going really well, or after the result has come out and you're not very happy with your result, then it is very important for you to understand that why you were not able to score that much. So it is very important for you to understand what kind of questions I have done wrong. So that is how mocks are designed, and that is exactly how it should be taken. It should not be taken on your ego. It should not be taken on your heart. And you should, again, being consistent with the mocks is something which is very important, because mocks tell you and somewhat guide you about the environment that you will get in the examination, the type of questions you will get in an examination. It is perfectly fine if you are not scoring in a particular mock, and then if you are scoring in a maybe after one or two mocks, be it CAT, be it SNAP, be it any examination. So again, so I think analyzing what went wrong, why went wrong, and how I can improve is the main purpose of the mock.
Okay. And my last question for the day. What seductive mentors helpful during your snap preparation over a period of time? Anybody want to pick it up?
I'll take this question. I was very much in touch with Sir through YouTube. I used to watch a lot of videos. I used to watch a lot of strategy videos, and how I can crack examinations, how what approach you can follow in different examinations, and that is something which really used to calm me down. I am a person who gets really hyper when it comes to examination. I have a tremendous examination fear. I hate examinations. I'll be very honest, but I used to watch. I'll be very honest. I used to watch Sir's video after some mocks, before some
Hmm.
mocks, that okay,
Hmm.
it's not a very big deal. Okay, you can go forward with it. And even during the examinations, I used to watch Sir's videos. And I think, and this is not which I'm saying because of, I'm not trying to butter him or something. It's actually the truth.
Means
He has really
thank you.
motivated all of us, and I think everybody would agree, whoever is watching, whoever is there in the session, that it is really helpful. And thank you so much, sir, for that. And
Means a lot. Means a lot.
being here is, it really means a lot with you. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Sarthak. That was so nice of you, man. All right, cool. I think we spent around about 27 and a half minutes in this session. And I know these guys are, I think, having, unka Diwali break and all after so much of rigor exams and all that. And guys, means a lot, that you guys have given me some time. Antara ki video bhi ek aane wali hai. I shot a video with her when I was on the campus. And do watch out for that, by the way. It's going to be really interesting. एंड गाइज ऐसे बहुत सारे आई थिंक वीडियोस होने वाले हैं जहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स आएंगे आपको हेल्प करेंगे बट अगेन लास्ट मैसेज फॉर द डे डू नॉट जज योर कैट का मॉक का स्कोर फॉर स्नैप डू नॉट जज योर कैट का एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस फॉर योर स्नैप एग्जाम आई थिंक स्नैप एग्जाम इज नॉट इजी बट इट इज डेफिनेटली वन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट फ्रेंडली एग्जाम 3 अटेम्प्ट्स है गो फॉर इट गो फॉर अ किल and you have grade B schools like SIBM Pune and SMHRD भी बहुत अच्छा खासा कर रहे हैं they are like top 30 in the country now and it's a fantastic B school आप देखोगे ऐसे ऐसे बच्चे अंदर बैठे हैं I was on the campus and I have seen lot of students leaving big colleges big brands and joining SMHRD which will again shock you but वो videos आएंगे channel पे वो देख लेना and thank you so very much Shivika Antara and Sarthak hope we connect very soon maybe for a different video altogether थैंक यू सो वेरी मच गाइस एंड गाइस जाते जाते लाइक करना है यार बच्चों की मेहनत है लाइक करो और पैरी से कमेंट डाल दो सब लोगों के लिए थैंक यू सो मच गाइस थैंक यू
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir.
बाय बाय एवरीबॉडी
Thank
बाय
you.
बाय